Hello, this is Michael Dombroski. This is my EDTC 610 discussion 5.1, Scaffolding and How to Support Online Students. The top three methods for supporting blended and online learners that I chose, I believe mastery of technology, design of course structure and learning activities, and communication are the most important factors for teachers to consider when developing instruction and building in supports for blended learning and online learners. And I took those methods directly from our readings with Bates. Mastering the technology. So there's so many new technologies to learn in support of instruction, and as stated in Bates 2019, learning all of these current tools is not necessary, but it is important that teachers are fully aware of the use of those technologies they do incorporate into their teaching. So this includes evolving software applications as well as new and more readily available instructional hardware. One of the biggest challenges to this is the changing technologies and expectations required in each school district. It seems as soon as a school is adopted and finally learn one learning management system, they throw it out in favor of something else, something new and shiny. This becomes a trial for teachers and students as they're constantly faced with learning and transitioning to a new tool. So the key is spending the time necessary to fully learn how to use the instructional tools you use for blended and online instruction so that students have clear expectations and teachers are able to adapt instruction as needed. Next, designing course structure and learning activities. Bates suggests that in a strong teaching structure, students know exactly what they need to learn, what they're supposed to do to learn this, and when and where they are supposed to do it. So one issue that I'm facing now in my school district as we're being forced to learn and implement a new LMS this school year is that the design of the course is kind of an afterthought, and the teachers aren't given time to truly build the course in a way that supports student learning with blended and online learning activities. So teachers are scrambling to figure out how to transition back to in-person learning and incorporate blended learning and online instructional activities that fit the expectations of our school system. So teachers really need the time to set up their blended learning and online programs to make sense for their content and better support their students. Next is communication. Communicate. Students, especially younger students, really do need the communication of instruction and guidance provided by teachers to stay on track. While older and more motivated online learners might be able to keep up more with the demands of self-monitored and self-paced online learning experiences, I found that without direct instruction, direction, and redirection, younger students tend to zone out or give up when working on tasks online. So in my experience, students also need to feel supported and that their activities are being monitored if they're to be expected to utilize instructional time. So for asynchronous online learning activities, clear instructions and expectations are the best way to ensure students are able to meet learning goals. As far as the evolving role of teachers, obviously the roles of teachers are evolving. Teachers are transitioning to blended classrooms and online instruction more often and are letting go of the reins a little bit more in their classes, turning more of their attention to planning and developing online activities and learning experiences for students. Teachers are becoming facilitators for online student learning and using technology for delivery of instruction to offer students experiences that put their knowledge to work. So this is a difficult transition, especially when certain LMSs are mandated, but not always supporting the tools and resources that are most beneficial for teachers and students. So teachers really have to be innovators as they learn to adapt instruction to support blended and online learning. Some challenges: inadequate and unreliable technology, maintaining student engagement, establishing online learning environment that's conducive to student learning, training students to use technology, navigate instructional technology. Purdue University Global also identifies digital literacy, technical issues, time management, and motivation as the most significant challenges that face online learners. Strategies to overcome this: build in supports and alternatives for students when technology gets in the way of online learning. Purdue University Global suggests building in a range of support services for students. Use more engaging and fun instructional technology to support student learning and encourage student participation, like online tools like Kahoot and Blookit and Nearpod that kids have a lot of fun with, instructional games and things like that to keep students engaged. Be consistent with delivery of instruction and protocols for students when working online, and provide clear instructions for students uh, and easy to navigate instructional technology. So that's my presentation. These are my references from Bates and Purdue University Global. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any comments or questions, I'm looking forward to hearing them in the discussion.